made the right decision not hanging out with you.
I mean, that's always the right decision, Dan. Anytime you can get out from under these chicken wings.
So it's going to be a 5-minute show, and then I'm gone.
5 minutes? This is broken arrow. This is the Todd birthday stream. You can't. It's got to be extra long today.
Hey, watch him! With Dan and Tony! Hey, watch him! With Dan and Tony! It's like watching, yeah!
Welcome to Eat Watching with Dan and Tony. I am Dan.
I am Tony.
On this show, we watch a bad movie. I think we've done this 250, 300 times. We've only maybe watched...
We're definitely not 300, but I think over 250. I don't have my sheet in front of me, but it's been a lot.
I think we just crossed 250 a little while ago. And
great job, us.
I think we've only made the mistake of watching... I don't know if we've ever watched a good film on this show, but...
I'm going to be mad at myself later because I know that we did. We watched something that I love. Didn't we?
I don't know. Was it good, though?
No, I made you watch Monster Squad. We didn't do it for the show.
That doesn't count.
So there's that. Yeah, maybe I'm misremembering. I don't know.
So I don't think we've ever picked a movie and then both watched it and both went like, yeah, this is actually a good movie. I mean,
this is actually a very good film.
Cloud Atlas was the closest, where you were like, well, this thing hit close.
I get it. Yeah, I get it. I see it. You know,
near miss. So we've had maybe a couple of near misses, and then we've watched Benjamin Button. So, you know.
Was that the first? Is that what spurred this entire thing? I think it was.
I think it was the first one. So this week, Tony, we collectively picked a movie to one of our good friends, friend of the show.
Friend of the show.
Yeah,
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Todd.
Yeah, this is the birthday stream dedicated to our friend Todd.
Yeah, who are the friends of the show? Todd, our compatriots in Australia.
Yes.
And
is that it?
Freddie Prinze Jr. That's the friends of the
Freddie,
show.
FPJ. Of course, FPJ. Of course.
3 friends of the show. True friends of the show. And Chicken Burger Disco, of course.
There you go. So we got 5. That's like a total of 5 people right there. That's pretty good.
Well, I listed 4 people, but that's okay.
No. Did you?
Yeah, I listed 4.
Oh. Yeah, all right. I don't know.
And others. Actually, I think there's someone else that one of your friends listens, and I think one of other Todd's friends listens too, I think. My wife,
wow. Look at that. Outreach.
My wife will occasionally listen, as opposed to
my wife will not. She has too much respect for herself.
So in honor of Todd had a movie he wanted us to watch, and that movie is 1996's Broken Arrow. Hour and 48 minutes. John Travolta in the villain, almost lead role, and Christian Slater in the co-lead protagonist, and a girl, Samantha. I didn't know her. Samantha Mathis, I think, is the.
Okay. Do we know her?
The girl.
Did she go on to big things?
She went on to some other stuff. I looked it up. And
that's great.
She was in other stuff.
Yeah, she's fine.
She's.
John Woo directing, by the way. Did not remember that. But boy, do you remember it pretty quick.
This movie, I think you can move it into the category of
great,
enjoyable bad movies.
It's perfect. It's a beautiful, beautiful film. The script, that dialogue is on point. I mean, the John Travolta turn.
The turn? What? Does he turn like from second 1 to second 2, and then what was the turn, Tony? You mean his?
Why do you know he's bad the whole time? Here's my biggest problem with this movie: is from the opening boxing match, you're like, well, he's a bad guy. He is an evil person. Like, I could tell. I just love that. It's the opposite. What was the Face Off? Is that the one that Nick Cage?
That's
Nick
Cage.
Nick Cage do. That one, like they switch parts and they like are good and then bad, right? Like this one, there's no moment where Travolta is a good guy and then turns bad. He's just a dick the whole time. You're like, well, I'm just waiting for him to do something bad because he's a monster. I love it.
And Christian Slater's character is supposed to like learn, they sort of set it up that he's supposed to stop being some sort of way that he is. And we never really see him stop being he just sort of,
just exists for a while. He's cool though. I like him. He's a little snarky, he's great.
Yeah. His performance Travolta's performance over the top.
Oh boy. He is full ham in this movie and I love it. Good for him.
Now, did he have an accent at one point?
But only for a little bit. Like, I wouldn't get lost in it, Dan. You know what I mean? Like, one day, John shows up and he's like, I think I should do something different today. And then he does. And you just let it happen because it's John Travolta. He's great.
Does a lot of smoking. Smokes a lot.
He does so much artistic smoking in this. Do you think... give me a ballpark of how many hours you think Travolta is in front of the mirror every day prepping for this movie, figuring out where to put his hand and where to blow the smoke, which direction. Because he does a lot of stuff in this, and I love it. He's very crafty with the cigarettes.
I think the real question is, do you think he's actually a smoker?
I think if he wasn't before this movie, he definitely started in this movie and never stopped, right? I mean, it's a lot of smoking.
I don't think he's a smoker, and I don't think he kept being a smoker. I think this is smoking as artifice because it never felt like he was smoking.
No, because you never want to inhale. Right. So the trick is you keep it in your mouth. Now, the people that actually smoke, they inhale and they prove it to you by talking in between. So they breathe in, talk, and then blow it out. And that's how you're like, oh, that guy's fully committed. He's really smoking on set. If you're like me, who's only had to smoke in one role I've ever done, you just keep it in your mouth for a while and it tastes terrible. And then you just blow it on out. But you never inhale. You never breathe. It's like a cigar. You never want it to go down into your lungs.
Okay. So I wasn't convinced. It all felt like it was show smoking.
I mean, it's very showy. He's got the arms. It's great. I love it. I'm having a great time with him.
Yeah. So it's a movie. You just kind of watch it.
It's dumb, man. It's a very dumb movie. It's great. It's a fun little watch. I wish that it was a little shorter.
Yeah, I guess Siskel and Ebert back in the day reviewed it, and Siskel gave it a sort of positive thumbs up, and then Ebert gave it a thumbs down, and then it's the only time that Ebert complained about a movie enough that Siskel was like, you know what, you're actually right, thumbs down, because and what Ebert's big point was, they said, was that
that's good.
Like everything in the movie is predicated on someone talking constantly while things happen, or ignoring what they know, or just doing these things that, it's like, well, the movie would be over if someone just cut one wire. Like, okay, movie ends, no more movie.
Yeah. So
there's a number of inflection points, or maybe it's infraction points in the movie where if someone had just been someone that's ostensibly supposed to be intelligent, just did something intelligent.
But then we wouldn't have some of these great scenes. You know what I mean? Like if you cut it too short, you're going to lose out on some of these beautiful stuff at the end. And on that train, the train's great. What a set piece, Dan. What a set piece.
The two great train set pieces, this and Lone Ranger.
Oh, Johnny Depp.
Now, do you know who wrote this script?
I do not. Was it Travolta? Are you going to tell me it was? Okay.
It was the same guy that wrote the Speed script.
I'm going to let that sink in for just 1 second, because Speed is so tight. Speed is like so good. And this is so loose. You know what I mean? Like
this movie meanders about the world.
Was it
very
first?
Freely. Oh, Speed.
Did he write this first?
No.
Oh, Speed was first.
Yeah.
So he hit a grand slam and then was just bunting for the rest of the time. Okay, that's interesting. I would have expected at least to go the other way, because this is him figuring out where things go.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
how a movie works.
Let me double check real quick.
Maybe he wrote it first
No.
and then wrote Speed, and then they retroactively bought his other script because Speed was so good. Maybe that.
No,
because that's what happened with Kevin Williamson with Scream and I Know What You Did Last Summer. Is he wrote I Know What You Did Last Summer first, then wrote Scream. Scream was a banger, so then they went back and bought I Know What You Did Last Summer and made that, and then everyone was like, well, this is just a knockoff Scream. Anyhow, so that could happen.
No, I think this was like his big follow-up to Speed.
Cool. Okay, so that's a choke. So that's your Eminem moment, and you're just spewing it all over the place. That's too bad.
And you can tell because, like you say, Speed is tight. Speed is like we got the bus. We have a little setup at the beginning, then we have a bus, and we're on the bus. That's
we're
what
just
we
riding
do.
It. Yeah, we're having a great time.
Die Hard. We're in a building.
Great.
That's it. This movie's like, okay, we're on a plane, we're in a canyon, we're in a mine, we're on a train.
In a mine. Yeah. Oh boy.
It's like. Like how could we're chasing in Humvees across the desert? How can we figure out a way to let the one Humvee get ahead so they have? It's like it's really by the numbers, right? They're like, okay, here's all the plot points. How are we going to figure out to get separation and something to happen? And I don't think any of those transitions work very well.
Hold the phone, Dan. You're saying that if you were following me in a car, okay, and I took out a gas can and then I set it on fire and then I threw it at you, you wouldn't turn the car? That's what you're trying to tell me is you'd be like, oh, I should get out of the way? I don't think so. You would drive right into it and it would explode, okay?
And you mean
that's totally real.
If you were in the back of the car and I had guns and I was shooting at you and you were standing up an entirely available to be shot person, which no shots were taken at that point.
Right. Yeah. No, because you don't want to hit me. All right. We're friends, dude.
We want to talk. We got to talk. Don't shoot me. Talk
You're
later.
my little buddy.
Shall we start talking about the movie?
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Let's start the movie. Yeah.
John Woo.
Wait, one more time. Happy birthday, Todd. This is for you, Todd. Brother.
If you don't enjoy
Here
this,
we go.
Go fuck yourself.
Right. Friend of the show.
We start with this boxing match. John Travolta has how many pounds on Christian Slater? 50? 75?
I would 75. All muscle though, baby. Yeah. And the reach, not to mention. Like, it's not a contest.
Christian Slater, that's the whole thing about boxing is that's why you have weight classes because
otherwise you're dead.
If you're one or two weight classes away from the guy, you literally cannot win unless you have a gun.
You could be the greatest boxer in the world, but if I can hit you from an extra foot away, what are you going to do? Tell me.
You're not going to win. And so we just do this whole thing where he just beats Christian Slater down and it's all like, why don't you learn anything? Why aren't you better at this?
I mean, that's all. He's just berating him while also beating him senseless. It's great, but he's definitely a protagonist, right? He's not the bad guy. Definitely not.
Yeah, they're working together. Yeah, absolutely.
They're best friends and colleagues. Yep, totally cool.
We're gonna introduce the villain in the second act, and then we'll see what happens. Christian Slater does do like one foot fake where he, gets a sucker punch in there, but then he's going to
kick him. It's a boxing match, and he's like, I'm going to kick you. Yeah, that would probably work because you're cheating. You are a cheater, sir. No feet in boxing.
Well, and that's the thing you can always set up. You're like, Travolta should have done the foot fake.
Because he's a cheater. He's a bad guy.
He's a bad guy, and then he should say, you always play by the rules. Right? That's
nice. Yeah, that's good.
So what is Christian Slater's problem that he needs to work out through this movie?
That he doesn't have the gumption. Isn't that like what he keeps telling him? He's just like, you just don't have it, man. Something like that. Something generic, like you're just not good enough, full stop. I don't know.
And it's like, how are you going to learn gumption or learn to not be inadequate? It's like, you're just inadequate. Like, that's what I say to Tony. Tony, you're just inadequate. He's like, okay.
And we're 250 episodes in, and I have not learned anything. That's because that's what happens. You can't just learn. You can't just be like, well, I'll just get better at life. Thanks.
And Tony's like, Dad, you're incredible. And I'm like, just keeps happening.
I know. I'm just going to keep on riding that high, baby.
So we set up like something that's not really solvable, you know?
Nope.
You know, it's like, and that's the thing. If Travolta cheated a little and then it had been like, you know, you got to stop obeying the rules. We understand that. That's a character we understand. He's like,
and then he's got to break the rules against his own, you know, what he thinks is right, but he has to do it to save the day.
Yeah.
Nope. He just has to get better at stuff.
Got to shoot Travolta in the dick. You know, it's like, oh, that's what I got to do.
I know I shouldn't do it, but I got to do it.
Sorry, bro. Bang. And then we set up this. Okay, I wrote Travolta is a smoker? Question mark.
Yeah, big time. So many smokes. So many.
Yeah. So we have this whole thing that there's like this $20 bet that's bouncing between them, which
and they ride this the whole movie. I love it. You know what I mean? Like, commit to the bit. You got to at least give them that. They play this. This is all the way through, Dan. This is a through line from the first 2 minutes to the final 30 seconds. I mean, that's pretty great.
But the thing about it is, if you're going to do this, it has to be whenever the one guy takes the advantage, he gets the money.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
He ties up Christian Slater, pulls out the 20, and is gone. Christian Slater catches up to him, gives him flat tires, and, you know, then he gets the 20
leaves
back.
It somewhere.
But it's so hard to transition that money.
Because they do it like it just appears. You know what I mean? Like the last one, he just finds it in the bushes. It's like, what are you talking about?
He finds the burnt. The train explodes and the 20 was on the train. And here's the 20 burnt in the bush. I win.
You can't beat that. That's incredible stuff. I mean, the amount of just sheer happenstance that would have had to have happened for that to work out, incredible.
It
great
happened,
writing.
though. It did happen.
It happened. I saw it, baby. That's great.
And then Christian Slater's like, that 20's not even mine. I took it out of your wallet a few minutes ago. I was like, is that who he is?
No, because that's the second time in the first 5 minutes that he's cheated. But then, as far as I know, he never cheats again. He never bends the rules again. So I don't understand who they're setting up right now.
But so you could have set that up. You could have been like, he's a fucking cheater, right?
Sure.
And if he was like kind of the sneaky guy, and then in the middle of the thing, Travolta knows everybody thinks he's. See, that's what it should have been. Travolta should have seemed like the stand-up guy.
Yes.
And Slater should have seemed like the sneaky guy.
Because he tries to pin it on Slater.
And
he's like,
Hale
went crazy. And everyone's like, well, no, that's not right. I know Hale. He's a really good guy. There's no way that this is right. Something's wrong here.
Travolta's character, though, he's a bit of work. So
he's got to be crazy. Yeah, that's definitely right. So, yeah, just give a little, subversion to that, maybe. Like, let people believe that Hale has gone crazy. No one believes it.
No, that's not even for 1 second.
No.
They go into the general's office. Travolta's still smoking in there. The general gets mad at him.
Great.
I like that. That was
what are you
very
smoking
funny.
in my boardroom for?
Oh, sorry.
And then
does he put it out on his tongue?
He just his fingers doesn't even lick the fingers. That's what's crazy about it. Like I've seen like the candle trick where you lick your fingers and then douse the candle.
Sure.
But he just squeezes the end of the cigarette, and I was just like, "Yep, bad guy. Definitely the bad guy. No good guy would ever put on a cigarette with his fingers."
See, we should have had Christian Slater smoking. He should have put it out on Travolta.
Well, that's too much. Okay, now we've gone full swing. Christian Slater's a bad guy. I love it. Two bad guys, broken arrow.
So they're going. They fly stealth missions. I think it's a B3, but then they say another name later on. I was confused.
Well, they're saying like the C-19 or something like that, which is what they're pretending crashed. Even though it's because that's not a stealth bomber, obviously. I don't know anything about aircraft, by the way, so I'm just making portion of this up. But they're like, oh no, it's a training vehicle. That's what crashed.
No, that was the fake out. That it was a transport. That was just
right.
all a lie.
Yeah, that's the C-100. That's a camera. I lied.
So basically, they're doing the one that's sort of the mono-wing bomber. Crew of 2
Right.
really is a crew of 2.
That's cool.
I was surprised.
It's a cool looking boat, Yeah, I liked it.
Cool plane. But there's also another stealth that's more like sort of more normal plane shaped, I think.
Sure.
Big sexy plane. They get on the plane. They load up 2 big missiles. They're going to Utah just to do a practice.
Yeah, they're basically just testing if it really is invisible, right? Stealth-wise to radar? Okay.
Yeah, so the guys downstairs know where they're starting, and they're tracking them, and then at one point they're watching them and trying to figure out where they are, even though they can't figure it out. So they're using whatever systems they can to try and get ahead of the situation. Boom, we cut to the desert. Here in the desert, there's like this crazy camper guy. The bad guys come and they kill this guy.
This is so sad. I understand you want to establish your bad guys, so you make them kill innocent people.
Yeah.
But this old man is just trying to keep his sick wife hot.
Oh, is that what he had a sick
she's
wife?
Got a cold. He's like, I don't remember her name, Miriam. I don't know. Miriam's got a cold, so I'm just trying to keep her warm through the night. What's the fine on this? I'll pay it. Like, he's just such a good guy. He's willing to risk his own money to keep his wife warm, and just shoots. And then they shoot through the tent and blood splatters in the tent. I was like, holy shit, this is intense, man.
They're the bad guys.
They're the bad guys, clearly.
And they throw the one guy throws the body on the fire.
Into the fire. It's just pyre, baby. That's what they call that. Oh, boy. That's good.
And the other guy's like, what are you doing? We don't want to smell that all night.
Smell it all night. This is bad guy behavior, right? Like, don't burn the bodies because it smells bad. That's the reason I don't want you to burn it.
But it is a good line, because it's like, okay, we're going to be here all night.
That's good.
That's how you put a line in, because I remembered it, right?
Smart. Man, smart. Look at you.
So this guy can kind of write.
I've seen Speed. I know he can write. It's good. Shoot the hostage.
Travolta probably wrote all his own lines, though.
That wouldn't surprise me. It's good. He's good, man. He's great.
Okay. This is the setup. Travolta says about Christian Slater's character, "You can't change. That's your downfall."
Right. So,
huh?
I don't know what that means.
It doesn't mean anything.
Because
everyone can change.
Not only can they change, but generally people change a lot. Like, you know what I mean? Like, throughout the years, you're going to change a bunch. Oh, you don't think so?
I don't think people change at all.
Interesting. I feel like I've changed a bunch, because I used to be like a really happy guy, and I used to believe in the goodness of people, and now I'm the opposite, So I feel like people can change.
Well,
for the worse. Only for the worse, I guess.
The world beats us all down. I think that's different than changing.
Okay. I'll buy it. Yeah, I don't know.
You still seem like a fairly happy-go-lucky person, Tony.
That's because I'm an actor, Dan, and so I pretend to be happy while inside the fire's rage.
It's just like a Tears of a Clown thing. You're crying on the inside.
That's right.
Big smile on your face. Tears of a clown when there's no one around. Okay. So, boom. You can't change.
Tough stuff.
Great cast in this. Delroy Lindo is the guy on the ground who's given way too little to do. He's an incredible actor.
Yeah, he's great.
Okay, well, now we meet our girl Terry. She's on patrol, and then the one guy calls her another ranger and says she's a ranger. She has a vehicle. He says, a bunch of trucks rolled through here, and I don't know what they're doing.
Suspicious. Hold on. No, you're going to ruin it. This is one of my favorite parts of the movie. He goes, someone called in and said a bunch of suspicious trucks drove through. And she goes, what does a suspicious truck look like? And he's like, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. But one of them looked like your truck, even though it's not. So there you go. That's a suspicious truck. If it looks like your vehicles, but it's not your vehicles, that's the definition of a suspicious truck. You guys are pretending you don't know what it means, but you know what it means.
She knows what it means.
Idiots everywhere.
Yes. Back on the plane, they switched to autopilot. Travolta's complaining about a lack of upward mobility, which is like the biggest bullshit ever. This guy does not want to be in management.
I was a little confused on that because it made it sound, he's like, oh, I should have been promoted a long time ago, which I guess happens, right? I don't know. But
no, absolutely. There are definitely, they move you up.
Sure.
If you're a real person and if you want to stay in the same position doing the same thing, that's a big negative for you in the military. Huge negative.
Interesting.
Yeah, because the process of the military is supposed to be one of upward mobility so that you're continuing. Yeah, really. They don't like people sitting at levels and not going up,
So I would be terrible in the military because I like to get comfortable and then just stay at that level. You know what I mean? But my thing is like he doesn't have drive. He doesn't seem like he cares about any of it. It's a weird conversation to have.
And then Christian Slater's like, he's not buying it. And he's like, you get off on the power of nukes, you have a God complex.
Which is true.
That is true.
That one is correct. And it's great.
Yeah. So they should have set up with him, more like setting up a thing that Christian Slater knows is complete bullshit. He's all like, you didn't want to do that. And then he should admit to it. Travolta should admit to it. He's like, sure. You're right. I like it here. And he's like, yeah, you like it here because you have a
this is exactly where I want to be.
You want to be really in charge of the missiles. And he's all like, yeah, I do.
I like to feel the missiles in my hands, get in there.
Yeah.
It's great.
Give him some. That's the thing is a lot of the meat in this movie is fake meat.
Sure.
It's just sort of like, I'm going to stand here and, do a thing.
Just like the sofritas from Chipotle.
What does that mean?
I think isn't that their meat alternative? Sofritas? I don't know. That's the first thing that came to my head. I don't know.
Woo! And then boom, we're flying along. Out comes the gun. Christian Slater sees it in the window, and we get the greatest fight of all time.
Dan, you missed the turning point.
Oh, what's the turning point?
I think this is supposed to be a turning point. I don't know. I didn't direct the movie. But there is a point right before he pulls the gun. Christian Slater is looking out the window.
Yeah.
And Travolta turns to him with his goofy smile. And then it zooms into his face and he gives him evil eyes. He's like, and gives him darts. And you're like, oh shit, he's a bad guy. I think that's supposed to be.
I see what you're saying.
The first moment you're like, uh-oh, is he bad? I'm pretty sure that's what they were going for. But I laughed so hard when they did that cut. It's the silliest look in the world, and I love it. And then, yes, he pulls the gun, and they start just slap fighting. Cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. It's great. This is a great scene.
The fight is so bad. You can't shoot it because they're in a cockpit. It's two guys sort of fighting.
You're going to blow out you're done. That's it. Yeah, it's great.
It's super dopey.
I love it.
And we get this great thing where to drop the missiles because Travolta wants to drop the missiles to his compatriots so they can steal them. But you have to move them into they have to turn to be
into position,
and then
on their rat. Yeah.
And then we go back and forth a couple times where they're like in position, not in position, in position. It's so silly and stupid.
Now I have a bomber question for you, Dan.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't seem like they're not firing the missiles, right?
No,
they're just
they literally drop them and
release them.
They have parachutes on them.
Right. Is that a thing? Because I was very surprised by this. Because first of all, the button says release. It doesn't say fire. It was just release. And that's what he kept pushing is the release button. And I was like, that's a weird name to have for when you're trying to bomb someone. But then they come out with parachutes and they just very safely land. What is that a safety thing? I don't understand what's happening.
I did not have time to do the research.
Oh boy. Someone out there, let us know.
I should. I talked to my dad yesterday because it was his birthday. I should have just said, Dad. And he would have given me.
Was he Air Force?
He worked at a company that he worked for Ford Aerospace. So he worked for Ford Company's aerospace company, and he worked on all sorts. I'm sure I'm not supposed to say anything about what he worked on, but he worked on stuff.
Right.
But
don't break it. He's been living with that secret for 80 years, Dan. Yeah. Don't ruin it.
But yeah, so he worked at Ford Aerospace.
Cool.
Worked on aerospace stuff and read, the Aviation Week, which is so he would probably know stuff like that.
Just send him a list of questions for me, Dan. Thank you.
Oh,
And I'm
look at
going to need
this.
some answers on that. Hey, it's E.T., our best friend.
Todd sent me this.
Oh, Todd. Todd's a real gentleman. Is he flat? He looked like he was flat. Is it a flat face? What's going on with this guy?
He's got a pretty flat face. But he's a dog toy. Yeah.
Oh, he's a little chew toy for you. That's great, Dan. Can really sharpen your canines.
He's a little chew toy for me.
For little Dan.
So I have no idea.
All right. I mean, it seems silly, but maybe it's real. I have no idea.
So they finally eject the things. The park ranger lady gets overflown, and she's all like, "Whoa!" And
there's an airplane.
They definitely. Oh wait, no. Before he drops the missiles, he does the ejection seat on
Christian Slater.
He drops the missiles with parachute. He bails out. I don't know if this is the point at which he calls in first and says,
yeah, he calls in. He's like, Hale's lost control. I'm bouncing out, or whatever he said.
Yeah. And then we have this tiny model of the plane crash into a little toy thing and then sort of fall on the ground and go, ee.
You know, here's the thing, right? Like, I always, whenever I see bad CGI,
yes,
I'm always like, oh man, I miss practical effects. But there was also really bad practical effects sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, you can't. Neither one is 100%. So like, let's just be happy with what we get sometimes. But yeah, this looks silly. It looked very silly.
Well, I watched a thing about the new Top Gun movie, and how they're all like, everything is practical effects, and then this guy goes like, they're lying.
He's like, no, it's not exactly right, because
all of those planes were CGI. They were
not all of them. Not the one that Tom is in. The one that they're in is really doing those maneuvers. They just added in other planes digitally later. You know what I mean?
And they fixed up everything. That's
like me saying my headshots are natural, Dad. Yeah, we airbrush the shit out of them. Okay, it's fine.
So the point being, yes, you need to just spend a lot of money.
So much money, but it's worth it, guys. Okay, so if you can do it, do it.
And even if you spend a lot of money, it still might look like shit.
It can still look terrible. Yeah, I mean, people have to also be very good at it.
So the Pentagon.
I think he's doing. I think the guy that did Top Gun, isn't he doing the new Miami Vice? Isn't that what I heard? I think he might be doing the new Miami Vice, and I'm pretty excited about that.
Don't care. We go to the Pentagon, big table. They talk about the fake report. Then this junior guy stands up, and we're like, oh, this junior guy's going to have some part in the movie. He doesn't have a part in the movie. And he's
that's not what he tells his friends, Dan. Okay. He's like, I'm definitely in Broken Arrow. I got a huge role.
He says, don't fake a report. Say what actually happened. And then, because there's these plane watcher guys that would have seen it take off, and then will do a whole
was
thing.
it like a magazine? Was he saying?
No.
I was a little confused.
What it is there's people that literally sit outside. There are guys that sit everywhere and watch the planes take off, write it down, put it on their blogs. They do this at the airport too. Like, there are guys that'll
I see what you're saying.
Sit outside of the like the LAX, and watch the planes take off. And that's their hobby. There's also train spotter people who will sit and watch what trains go by places.
I've always believed that is you. I just feel like you're a train guy, Dan. I don't know why, but I have always felt that to my core.
I'm a train guy. Well, it's a lot of weird people.
I mean it nice. I just want you to know that. Like, that's a compliment.
I'm a train guy. Wow. I don't know how to take that. I'm going to take it negatively.
I'm telling you to take it well, because it's a compliment.
I'm going to take it the exact opposite of how you're trying to get it.
Copy you.
So they're going to tell the truth. Everyone laughs, and then they're like, okay, do that.
Right.
This has to be this is the setup point where you're like, this is the guy that knows what the fuck is going on, and they ignore him, and then they get punished for it. But instead, they listen to him and do exactly what he says.
Well, but that's what it's so weird because they set it up like they're going to do it the right way. Because whoever's in charge of the room is like, tell the truth. Is this your first day on the job? And then everybody laughs, and I'm like, yeah, exactly. Let's ignore him. And they're like, okay, but set that up. Thank you very much. What the fuck are you talking about?
Wait, what?
You just made fun of him for doing that, and now you're like, nah, but that's probably the right move. That's not how the government works. Come on, guys.
So they do the
Silly.
right thing, and then they're like, okay, but you get on a plane and get out there because
why? Why do you need to be there, guy? But thank God he is, really makes a difference.
Here comes a helicopter. Here comes a helicopter to check out what happened. And this is did you think this was a helicopter from the good guys or the bad guys?
I don't know if I had an opinion. I think good guys, right? Because it's a scout mission.
They are good guys, but they didn't we needed a scene where the good guys
nobody said
leave and start heading here.
Yeah.
Because
no one was like, we're going.
Here.
Yeah. I mean, because time is weird. You know what I mean?
And then they look inside, and we get their only purpose is to find the craft, look inside, see the missiles are gone, and get to say, we have a case of a broken arrow.
Broken arrow. And this is my favorite line of the movie coming up. Is this your favorite line of the movie?
I mean, it's a good line.
We go into like a couple people hearing that we have a broken arrow situation, and we get to our nerdy guy who's on a plane now, and they're like, we got a broken arrow. And he's like, I don't know what's scarier, the fact that we've lost a nuclear weapon or that it happens so often that there's a term for it. And I was like, that's a good line.
Yeah.
That is a nice line. I chuckled. And that's it. That's the only one.
It's a good line.
That's not true. There's a couple of Travolta lines.
Travolta
really
has some ones that are kind of funny.
He's got some zingers.
We also set up that these missiles are so sturdy they can survive. They can deal with a lot. Like, that's a good line to put in there to sort of.
It's good because you really do a lot of stuff to these bombs. So it's good that you told me earlier that they can withstand almost anything. But it's a weird line because the guy says something like it could last 5 hours in a fire of some sort. And I was like, okay, but what about 6 hours? Like, is there a cutoff point where suddenly they no longer hold? I didn't understand that. He could just be like, it could live in this fire and it would be fine. I don't know.
Those are tolerances. And what you do in tolerances with things is you test them to a certain limit and say, it could do at least. It's kind of like expiration dates on food.
It's an at least type of situation. Yeah. Okay. It's just the way he phrases it. It's like, it can last 5 hours even. That's it. Once you get to 5:01, hell's breaking loose. I don't know.
Slater wakes up. He's shaky. He leaves a $20 bill there for Travolta.
Because he lost the fight. Now, is that the same $20 bill that we follow throughout the movie?
No,
or do these guys have tons of $20 bills?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Boom, here comes the Ranger girl. She pulls a gun on him. Puts a gun in his face and says, you're under arrest.
Yeah. First of all, does she have that authority? I don't even know. I'm not sure what park rangers do, but I'm not sure that's right.
You run across somebody in the military, you're going to be like, please don't kill me. You're in the military.
No. She's got the upper hand, Dan, okay? She's got the body mass on him. She's got everything. She's good to go.
She might have the body mass on him. He's a little
Well, that's true. He is a little scrawny.
I didn't understand this at all.
Doesn't make any sense. And that's not your first move, right? Like, you shouldn't come cocked and loaded. This guy, you just saw him fall out of an airplane. Like, why do you immediately pull a gun on him? Check on if he's okay. Very strange.
You would be worried about him being injured. You'd be worried about everything, but not putting him in handcuffs and marching him around.
Immediately. But then his response is weird, too, because then he immediately just fights her. And I was like, why is everyone so aggressive in this scene? Like, everyone take a beat. Just take a breath here, everybody. Everything's fine.
Maybe some actual communication. Right. My plane just crashed. I fell out of my plane. I don't know why you're arresting me.
Shut the fuck up! I'm gonna kill you. So weird.
So they battle, knife versus gun. And then
Great.
at one point, one person has a gun and the other person has a knife in his throat. Like what?
Yeah.
Like what is happening?
It escalates so fast, damn.
You know,
It is scary
the
out
real
there.
government people are going to come in and there's going to be Christian Slater's corpse and they're going to be like, what happened? She's all
Just
like,
all cut up.
he did not respect my authority. And they're going to be like, well, you're going to jail. Good luck, you're going to jail.
Like you don't have authority, first of all, so get in the back. It's wild stuff. I love it.
Finally, he gets the drop on her. He gets the gun. Then he gives her back the gun. And now they're in love.
Because he's the good guy. Yeah, I mean, I would love that too. You know what I mean? I love a nice tussle. It's great.
Okay, let's see. What's happening? Captain got him, got one. I don't know what that scene was.
Captain got him, got one.
That's what happened
right,
in that
Dan.
scene. Okay, so we have the Humvee comes over to a copter. And the bad guys come over to the copter of the good guys and they kill all the good guys.
But again, in the spirit of this last scene we just talked about, the first thing the guys in the helicopter do, which are our armed forces, is he raises his gun on this civilian that pulls up and he's like, I'm going to need you to get out of here, government business. I was like, that's not how that works. You can't just pull a gun on a civilian. Thank God he gets shot and killed right afterwards. But it's just weird. This is not how anyone acts, I don't think.
Guns first. This is America.
Right,
guns first.
Well, maybe now.
It is. Yeah, maybe
You're
not.
right.
They kill the guy. Second Humvee comes up and they're all like, where's Deacons? Deacons, what's Deacons doing? Which is Travolta's character. And we get the boing, ding, doing, and he appears on the ridge.
Did you not like? You don't like this musical? What do you call it? A sting? Is it a musical sting that comes in every time he's on screen? I love it.
I thought it was funny. Yeah.
I love it. He's got his own soundtrack, basically. Like, how cool is that?
It's cool if it was a really good movie. In this one, it's incredibly corny. Very, very, very corny.
It made me smile every time it happened. So you're right. I'm not disagreeing with you, but I enjoyed it.
So, I guess there's some Marines. Did the Marines come out of the helicopter?
Yeah, there's some dudes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
there's dudes that show up.
They've gone down looking for the missile. They find missile number 1. So then they take one of the Humvees to go find the Ranger.
Yeah.
And then they go down and they kill 2 of the good Marines.
Yeah.
And then it turns out that one of the good Marines is actually part of Travolta's kill, and he kills
his other. Yeah. Yep.
Way too early for that.
All of the twists are too early. Like, we know all of our bad guys within 20 minutes. I'm pretty sure. It's like, okay, well, I guess we'll just rock out for another hour 15.
So they're gonna grenade a bomb, but his last guy's on the bed. All clear. Okay, boom, boom, boom. Then we get like this.
I like that you're just skipping over notes now. You're just like, I don't know what this means. Let's move on.
Well, they were gonna like put a grenade in one of the missiles to immobilize it, but that's when the bad guy switches and says, "I'm not gonna let you grenade that bomb." Okay. Great.
Oh, got it. And then he shoots him in the face. Yeah.
We go back to Christian Slater and the Ranger. He steps on this patch of dark earth and she yells at him because it's fragile. And then she's all like, he's like, I didn't know there was any such thing as endangered earth.
Endangered earth. Yes. Oh, it's so good.
Endangered dirt.
Dirt. Endangered dirt. Great. That's a great line. I love it. But this is the only time she cares about anything in the nature. So while it's a fun little scene, I'm going to need that to happen more than just once. I mean, they have a nuclear weapon in a mine, and she should be a little more concerned about the mine. You know what I mean?
It should be something dangerous to him. And she should show that she knows the desert, that like, oh, look out, and here comes the rattlesnake.
What's the equivalent of quicksand? You know what I mean? Like something like that. Don't step there.
Just quicksand.
Okay, that's the equivalent. Got it.
Yeah, like
the one and only.
That's don't go there. That's unstable. There's caves under there. Okay, caves.
Great. Yeah. There you go.
Nope.
Don't do that. Nope. It's just dirt that takes a long time to get his footprint out. Is that what she said?
I don't know. And she gets to make a line that he gets to do his line about endangered dirt. So it's like it's sort of the writer going like, fuck conservation. You're like,
Right.
you know, do we really need to say fuck conservation in here for no reason?
We do in the 90s, okay? Things were different back then, Dan.
Boom. Then Travolta sends in a signal through the guys he killed saying that, making them think that the nukes are now open, and so they can't send people in.
Yeah,
Nice.
So the guy that turned on the rest of the guys gets to go on the walkie and does this ridiculous routine where he's like, "Oh, it's open. What do I do?" It's great. It's very funny. No one would ever believe it, but it's great.
Now, was that Howie Long?
Who is Howie Long? And then maybe I'll answer that question. Why are you looking at me like that?
You don't know who Howie Long is. Have you ever
Hold
watched
on, I'm looking
sports?
It up. The football defensive end?
Yeah.
I know this guy. Okay.
He's a commentator on
that's
the place where you want to work.
Sure, one of them. Yeah. Don't tell Howie I did that. He'll never hire me.
When we're at the big cocktail party for you being hired, I'm gonna be like, this guy doesn't even know who this guy we watched Broken Out. This guy fucking doesn't know who you are.
You don't know who you are. He's like, you're fired. Get out.
Fired. Yeah.
And yes, I do believe that is correct. Then
I didn't realize it till. I mean, I was like, I recognize this guy, and I got to then. I'm like, shit, that was Howie Long. Good for him. So he does that, so they're going to have time before anybody comes because it's a dangerous nuclear site.
It's a different unit that they have to pull from hours away or something like that. Yeah, smart.
They go to the Ranger's truck. They're going to call Clyde, and then here comes the helicopter. I thought they sent a Humvee after him. Yeah, they did send Humvee 1 after him, but now they've sent the helicopter after him instead.
You got to send them both, Dan. You know what I mean? You got to cover both air and ground. That's what I know.
So they're getting shot at by the helicopter. They're running around, and then he's all
Not very well.
The helicopter's terrible.
So bad at shooting. Yeah.
And then he's like, I just need him to stop for a little while. And she's all like, I have an idea. I'm a girl. And she runs up there and is like, hey, boys. I really thought she was going to take her top off.
First of all, that at least would have, not to be sexist about it, but that at least would have made more sense. Because let's think about this for a second. She was just running with Christian Slater as they were shooting at them. Not just Christian Slater. She was in the line of fire. They don't care about her at all. So she comes out, boom, she's dead, right? Like, there's no reason not to shoot her right now. Super weird. This is a terrible plan.
And then somehow he has like this shot right through the gap in these rocks.
Where the guy, and he just shoots him one time in the head.
He does not shoot him one time. He misses a couple of times first.
Oh, did he? I didn't even realize that.
He misses a couple of times. I was too busy
writing notes about how mad I was that she went out and didn't get murdered. Yeah, that's great. At least it's realistic that guy would never move. It's good.
Hold the copter. I see her. She's right there. Stop moving. Don't back off so I can get a better shot. Stop moving.
It's good.
So they kill them. Then they have to dodge out of the way. She's about to be killed by the prop, and he pulls her out of the way. It's like, oh, God.
I love that. That's a fun little. That's always a fun little treat that people do. You know.
Okay, they've loaded up the bombs in the trucks, just like it's a military operation. I wrote down. This is the point at which I wrote down. Travolta becomes some weird character.
Well, yeah, because he's talking to one of the money guy.
The money
right?
guy.
This is that scene.
Yeah,
and he puts on some affectation, something, and he's like, "This is a military operation. You don't know dick about that. I can't do it. I'm doing a terrible impression."
But it's weird. It's weird.
It's super weird. He totally changes his character, and it's only this guy for this scene. It's the only time he does it, and it's incredible. I loved every second of it.
And we set up that the government is going to have to pay. So they're
a lot.
Yeah, they're going to be blackmailing our government because we have a line later on that like anybody can get nukes if you just go over to Russia.
Right. But then they're like, but how much are they worth to us? And like they know they're going to ransom because it's somehow cheaper to get him from somewhere else. I didn't understand the whole math of it all.
So if for a few
what do I know?
100,000 you can get a bomb and then you could just drop it off somewhere in a city and get the same amount of money, that would be happening every week.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I'm glad it's not, by the way.
Yeah. Okay. Then somebody's checks the radiation and then they're not getting any radiation. And then they're like, what if this wasn't an accident? What if Hale did this? What if we have to pay? How much would we pay to get them back? And then, so now they just like sorted out in their heads that this is what's happening.
Now, how much would they pay to get him back? Like, I don't understand. Because they can't be used, right? Isn't that the whole thing? They can't be used without the codes. But I guess technically Travolta and Hale, they have the code.
Somehow Travolta has the codes. He also has boards that he can switch out that make it so he can put in whatever codes he wants. There's just like, if you're
he's good.
If you're like, I don't know anything about the real tech of missiles, but they just seem to make up a lot of tech of the missiles.
Sure. Well, that's easier than doing research.
That is true. Okay, so now they're sending out a team. They're sending out another team.
Yeah, lots of teams. Yeah, it's military.
Okay, what's happening? There's a river. So they just like walk a few feet and here comes the trucks with the missiles. Just by pure happenstance.
Yeah, it's good. It's good timing.
And then he's all like,
oh boy.
Okay, he's all like, you go find a phone and I'm going to follow them. And she's all like, he says, look, lady, I'm not going to go anywhere with you.
Yeah.
So this is a game that they also set up in this movie where the two of them can't know each other's names.
Correct. Because you got to save it for the end moment. The final scene. That's where it really matters. Because we'll talk about later.
They go, they find a place. He jumps on top of the trucks, shoots a guy in the foot. I like that. Now they have a truck, and then the other guy.
She jumps on the truck too, right?
I don't remember. He probably stops. And they probably has 5 minutes to put her on the truck or something.
No, because she jumps on it, and he's like surprised, and because that's how later, after they win this fight and they win the truck, he has the line, "Okay, you can come with," and it's a funny joke, but you know, a lot of setup for it.
A lot of setup. So basically, they take control of one truck. We have a Humvee battle. I think he gets onto the other. He falls off the truck one, then he's on truck two, and then they deposit him on truck one. And he throws gas at truck two, which makes them have to stop for 10 minutes.
Well, because it's kind of a Molotov cocktail. He lights it on fire and then throws it at the car, and that guy never swerves. He literally watches Christian Slater pick up a gas can, light it on fire, and then throw it at him. Never swerves. Doesn't drive anywhere but straight into it. I loved it.
Maybe pull back. Put yourself some distance. Like, we know how far you can throw that.
A little.
Can't throw it that far.
Right. Also, like, you're in the middle of the desert. I could see where you're going. You know, like, you're not going to get that far ahead of me that I lose you in the desert.
Well, they're not even in the desert. They're on a road, and they know where they're going.
But it's a desert road.
It is a desert road. Tony's like, I laughed at my own joke. It was so funny.
Sometimes I come up with good ones. You know, I'm not going to lie to you, Dan.
We do get the one good line where Travolta yells at him, "Would you mind not shooting at the thermonuclear weapons?"
Yeah, and they call that back later, which is great.
Those are both good jokes.
Wonderful. Yeah.
So they get ahead, and they go to the only place that's out here, which is an old copper mine.
Right.
So they unload the bombs. They take them down. They take them apart. Travolta calls him.
Well, because they realize once they get into the mine that this is like his hangout.
Yeah.
There's only there's only one place to go, and they both thought of it. So that's not great.
Yeah. So he's taking them apart. Then Travolta calls him and baits him into like trying to disable the bombs, but instead of disabling them, it sets them to go off.
Which is a great line. He's like, unless I already thought of that. It's a great twist. And he's like, it didn't work, did it? Great. I mean, the script is so good. It's so tight.
Oh, it's so terrible. So they're like, okay, what we need to do is we need to go down into the bowels of the mine with the bombs. So when the bombs go off, it fuses the copper and nothing happens.
Right. What? Is this how things work? I don't understand. How much copper is there, first of all? Is it all copper?
Well, I mean, a lot of nuclear tests have occurred in underground caves. Okay. Like when places like South Korea or North Korea test bombs, they generally test them in underground situations. So, I mean, it could be true.
So it could work. Okay.
I think these bombs are very large bombs.
I think so too. Yeah.
So I think you make general tests underground, but I don't think you do the really big ones
maximum
underground.
Yeah, the big full. I mean, the only way to survive this is a refrigerator. You know?
We gotta do Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, even though it's probably 4.5 hours long.
I mean, at least they love to go long on those.
Did you ever see that movie, Dial of Destiny?
No. The last one I saw was the UFO one. Spoiler alert to the end of that one, by the way, I don't remember the name of.
We did that one.
I know, that's what I'm saying. That's the last one I watched. Was that one?
Okay. Woo. Okay, what are we doing? Okay, so Travolta calls in. They're going to go deep. And then the girl's all like, I can't do this. I'm too afraid. And he's all like, you're out of options.
Right. Like, you got to do it. Like, we're here. I need help. So just do it, I guess. Idiots.
So they go down this elevator to the bottom of the place. And what do they not do, Tony?
I don't know. They didn't do anything as far as I could tell.
They didn't disable the elevator.
Oh, that's a good call. That's smart, Dan.
No, it's not smart. It's what you would do. If you have bad guys chasing you.
I don't think I would do it.
Yes, you would.
I don't think I would, Dan, okay, because I'm focused on the bomb thing in front of me. And then, I forget stuff all the time. One time I left my keys in the refrigerator, right? That's just something that happens. I'm not that smart. I forgive him. Is what I'm saying is, you know what, Christian Slater, it's okay, bud.
Okay, we're officially no longer unpacking this movie. We're unpacking how you left your left them in
because I bring in the groceries, right? And I'm going, but I have my keys in my mouth.
Now, have you ever met anyone else that puts their keys in their mouth?
Yeah, I assume lots of people. I have no idea.
I do all the time.
You do it too.
And I don't think a lot of people put their keys in their mouth. I really don't think that's the case. I think that's just weird.
Every time I put it in my mouth, I'm like, I wonder how dirty this key is. Because it's not my key. It's the apartment key that I was given.
You put one of your keys in your mouth?
Yeah, what are you putting in your mouth?
Key ring,
like the ring.
Yeah.
The problem is I have a very small key ring, so it doesn't like stay in my mouth very good. So I have to put the actual key and I bite the brass. That's how I do my keys.
You don't just grab it with your lips?
No, my lips aren't very strong.
Your lips can't hold your keys?
They probably could, Dan. I'm saying I'm not thinking about it that much. I put the brass between my caps. That's all I know. All right.
So you bite on a metal key?
Yeah. I love the taste of metal.
I couldn't do that. Okay, so hold on. The bags, are they paper bags or are they your reusable bags?
We're the plastic. Well, neither actually, technically.
You use new plastic bags every time you go to the store.
Well, now you're shaming me in public. Dan.
Yeah.
Sometimes so. Here's what I will say: when my lovely wife comes with me,
what did I say? People can't change, Tony.
Well, you're right about that.
If you want to prove your point, then you got to change now, Tony. I got to get you to change.
You know what? Fine. What am I changing again? Am I bringing reusable bags? Because when Naomi comes, she always brings them.
Brings what?
But I never reusable bags. But I never do it. Because where am I going to put them? What am I supposed to carry them into the store like a chump? I don't think so.
Bags? Oh my God! I have to carry a bag. Fuck the planet. I can't carry a bag.
I should get a T-shirt. FTP. Fuck the planet.
Okay, so you're using a bunch of plastic bags, which you're gonna you're gonna take those and throw them in the ocean so a fucking seal eats them. Good job.
Well, if it helps, I use them for my little trash cans.
Oh, okay. So you do, okay.
I will one time, and then I tie it up and then throw it away. Yeah.
Okay. So you've got here you come. Here come with your
yes. You got a lot of bags. You got keys in your mouth because I got to unlock the door, and I can't get into my pockets when I have my hands full of the bags. So I undo that. I put it back on my mouth, and then I open the refrigerator, and then I put everything down. And I was like, "Why are my keys in my mouth?" So then you put your keys down. But then I just put them down on a shelf in the refrigerator, and then I put everything away, and then I shut that, and then I was like, I don't know where my keys are. I have no idea where they are. I have looked everywhere.
How long did it last? When did you finally find them?
Just the next day when I went for breakfast and got my milk. Yeah, I didn't have anywhere important to go. I had already come home for the night. But I was looking for them. I was like, they should be on this key ring right here. Because we have a Friends key ring. It's the door from Friends, which is adorable. We had it custom made. And I was like, it's empty. I don't know why. I don't know where those would be.
So like later in the day, you just looked up there and your keys were gone. And you were like, I don't know.
Well, because we went for a walk and mine weren't up there. So she grabbed hers. And I was like, that's just weird that they're not there.
Happy birthday, Todd.
Happy birthday, Todd. We love you.
Okay, what are we doing? We got to get through this stupid movie.
Died in a broken arrow at some point.
Giant copper bot. Okay, the bad guys are there. John Travolta touches They go down there, get the bombs. John Travolta touches the bombs sexually.
Yes,
sets the bombs to 13 minutes. Then they battle in the elevator. Then the ranger guy beats up one of the army guys. What are you doing, dog? Don't go up there. She has like a little bit of dementia, and so she climbs.
Don't we all?
I hope you don't climb. So basically...
No, just the first part, just the dementia. I don't climb anything.
So
very dangerous.
Basically, they fight a bunch, and...
Yeah.
John Travolta gets away. And then they figure out that he's going to go to the Salt Lake City Hospital because there was like a little badge.
There was a badge, yeah.
Because
St. Jude's badge or something.
There's radiation there, and that'll hide them. Okay. They grenade the elevator. They're waiting to...
Which is, by the way, interesting because Mission Impossible does that same plan years later.
Oh, really?
Like one of the last, I think it was like 3 Mission Impossibles ago, like the nukes are hidden at this hospital and they can't find them. They're like using their needles and they can't find it anywhere. They can't find it. Julia's going to die. It's great.
Come here, little dog. Come here.
So it was a good plan. That's all I'm saying.
What's
Oh, look at you.
She's distressed.
Oh, she's so sweet.
Little baby. Sit right there. I just got to keep talking to Tony.
Not for much longer. We're already an hour into the show.
Yes, we're getting there. They're waiting to die. Instead, they go to the river. The helicopter fights a Hummer.
Yeah.
They kill the money guy. Death of the money guy. What am I? I take very bad notes. I guess they go down and they find the river. And they, it's like Indiana Jones. They slide down the thing this way, and they
sure,
and they come out all wet on the other side, and the bomb goes off.
As you do.
Let's see, they're all wet.
Yeah, the bomb goes off, and Travolta is like, Is this how they beat the helicopter? Right? It's the EMP or something.
That's
that goes
what it is.
off.
The helicopter's following them. The bomb goes off. They're like, turn off all the electronics. The bomb goes off. The helicopter fails. The helicopter crashes, and then they win.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's real or not. I assume it is real.
Absolutely
So
real.
it's pretty cool.
Absolutely
Man.
real. That was actually something that was real and involved somebody thinking about stuff. Yeah, I know.
Well, he's a thinker. I don't know if you've met Deacons yet, but he's a thinker.
So somehow they have come out of the secret underground river at the exact point where they're meeting the boat.
Yeah.
Travolta's boat, where he's going to put the things on the boat and leave.
Great luck.
Travolta then sees their footprints in the mud on the ground, looks up at the bushes where they are, then walks away, giving them, the woman, time to hide out on his boat. But Christian Slater isn't able to hide out on the boat at the same time because he's going to cling to it, or we don't even know, but he doesn't cling to it, and they just right away in the boats.
Yep. They just really needed to separate them, and they weren't sure how to do it. Like, we need to get them in different places.
That was bad.
It's hard. It's hard to get people separated when they fall in love.
So, boom, Travolta sends in the video. I want $250 million.
This is a great video, by the way. This is top notch. At the end, he's like, "You need to give me all this money, or else." And then they just play stock footage of some bombs going off, and I was like, "This is so ridiculous." This is like $5.99 on the internet. Just like, I need stock bomb footage, please. It's great. I mean, these guys really thought it all out.
Jesus. Act 3. We've reached Act 3.
Here we go, baby.
The Ranger sees the truck, and they're driving away, and she jumps on the back of the truck. Okay. That's good to know.
She's good, man.
Delroy Lindo shows up in a helicopter and picks up Christian Slater. And Christian Slater then makes the big pitch that the most important thing that we have to worry about is saving the Ranger girl.
Yeah. Now, I'm okay with that because he's in love with her. Where I fall apart is when everyone else goes, "You know what? You're right. Forget the bomb. We need to save this one woman who we've never met."
Priority 1, save one human being. Priority 2 is the bombs. A very distant number 2. Number 1, save the girl.
I mean,
but that's your
talking about?
Tony, that's your belief.
That's
Spock
my belief,
or save the universe.
but I also wouldn't join the military, Dan, because that's the opposite of the military's belief, right? Like, they have to sacrifice few for the many, or whatever the saying is. I just don't believe that all three of these men would come to the same conclusion. I just don't.
So Christian Slater is supposed to be thinking that they're going to Salt Lake City because he left one clue just for Christian Slater, even though he didn't know Christian Slater would be following him. And so that Christian Slater's like, he left that clue for me to fool me. Okay. And he says, it's a rope-a-dope. He's going to Denver.
It's a rope-a-dope. Yeah. Where did Denver come from?
Hold on a second. What's a rope-a-dope? Isn't that where you put a guy up against the ropes and beat him?
So I listen, I don't know. But earlier in the boxing match at the beginning, John Travolta's like, you fake one way and you go the other.
Oh, that's
it's the rope-a-dope or something. That's what he kept saying. And I was like, I don't know if that's the rope-a-dope or not. I am not a boxing fan.
I think it is. That sounds right there.
All right, you go next. I'm going to read this up.
Okay, the Ranger, she's on the train. He now hooks up the bomb to a remote, because that's what you do. There's also a helicopter.
Hold on. No, erroneous. Timeout. The rope-a-dope is a boxing strategy where a fighter leans against the ropes to absorb punches and tire out a stronger, more aggressive opponent, which is exactly what happened in the match they were talking about. But that's not the move that they're saying, so it's not a rope-a-dope. Okay? Sorry. We had to get that out there.
That's my favorite thing in any movie ever. It's a very specific thing. You use it once, then you use it twice. Erroneous both times.
Completely incorrect. Completely wrong.
Okay, so everyone has left the train compartment with the bomb, so she goes in there with a hammer, and she fights until she throws a hammer, which hits the guy directly on his head, killing him.
Yeah, hammers are hard. I don't know if you're aware, Dan.
Then we do a whole thing. She then gets caught by Travolta. Then we have the weirdest scene ever where he's...
You mean the hottest scene ever? Is that what you mean to say?
Did you
Dan?
really find this scene hot? It was so weird, Tony. I mean, I get your one from the one where the guy goes there and there's the creepy lady, and
The mom.
There was
the sexy mom. Is that what you're talking about?
There was a weird sexuality to that scene. This is like...
Yeah, I mean, literally, she's naked. She jumps on top of him and, like, eats his neck or whatever. Like, okay, take me. That's fine. No, this is so weird. Because part of the reason is he keeps saying the phrase, eat a bullet, but he says it as if it's sexual. He's like, would you eat a bullet? Let's find out. That's not a sexy line. Like, there's nothing sexy about eating a bullet. I don't know. Very weird stuff.
So he's making her press buttons and do things. It's just so fucking weird. Then he's gonna throw her out of the train. He opens the door. Boom. There's a helicopter right outside
right
the door.
outside.
Tony.
Right outside.
Tony,
yeah.
Talk to me about helicopters.
Well, they're silent. They're stealth. I don't know if you're aware of this, which we learned about the other week when we were watching the AVP movie. Sometimes helicopters don't make sounds. That's just they flew up the mountain and she had no idea they were there. I mean, helicopters are silent. Hollywood has taught me this. I have no idea. It's so weird.
And they can't shoot anybody.
No, it must be really hard in helicopters. I don't know.
So there's guns, and then they don't take the shot, and then they start taking shots, and then Christian Slater jumps, and they can't shoot him off the roof, and we've got 30. Then we got 30 minutes left, right? He pushes the button.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this movie is not 30. There's not 30 minutes left in the movie.
We have 30 more minutes. No, but there's a great line coming up.
Someone gets a haircut.
Wait, what?
I don't know. I wrote haircut. Oh, I think that's what it is. The helicopter comes along and cuts a guy in half.
Oh, okay. It's a haircut.
I'm going to tell you something. You know, I do not think you want to cut people in half with your blades. I think that's a very way to destroy your helicopter.
Oh, I can't be good for it. We got bones and stuff. You know what I mean?
Itching my ear.
Also, like, I mean, I don't know. How sharp are those blades? Would they really slice it, or is he going to like get caught in the propeller then? You know what I mean?
I don't think it's going to do a nice clean cut, but it's going to smack you all to hell. You're just going to be a smudge after that. Yeah.
Good.
She shoots somebody between her he shoots somebody between her legs. Weird.
Yeah, fun little thing, like drops down and she spreads them. Yeah, it's great.
They disable the helicopter that's on the train. They disable its fuel line. Mm-hmm. And then somebody says, "This is where you get off." And then I think he throws Christian Slater off. And then he Indiana Joneses it under a train.
Yeah. Just like Speed. Under a bus.
Oh.
He loves that. He loves the under the vehicle thing. I don't like it's a thing that he thinks is cool. It works great in Speed. Mainly because he's already under the bus and then just loses the wheel, so he just grabs onto it. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Somehow Spider-Manning your way underneath. I don't understand how that works, but it's fine. You know, he's trained. He's a trained plane pilot guy.
He's military.
Yeah.
The helicopter blows up because of that, and Travolta goes, "God damn hell!"
The gas is leaking.
Yeah.
The gas is leaking, and the pilot is turning on the chopper. Travolta sees the gas leaking, and he goes, "Shut it off, shut it down." And the pilot, like a Cocker Spaniel, he opens his and cocks his head and then explodes. I was like, what? This is great acting. That's a 10 out of 10. Good for you, guy. Major mark in the business.
It goes boom. They turn off the nukes. And then he turns it back on for 5 minutes.
He has a great line there, Dan. I don't understand it.
See you soon. You promise? Those two lines?
No. No, when Travolta turns maybe does he turn it down later again? Or is this the only other time he turns the timer back on?
This is the last time, I think. This is our last 5 minutes.
So as he turns it on, he says, fuck them if they can't take a joke. I don't understand it, but I thought it was very funny.
Maybe there was a joke right before that they cut out.
They cut it out. Yeah, maybe that's what happened. I don't know, but it's great.
We throw Howie Long off of the train over the bridge, and he falls to his death.
Sad.
Yeah.
Man, tough stuff.
And then Christian Slater yells, "Come out, Deke, it's over!" And he has the remote trigger. Then we do a whole bit about the $20.
Yeah.
And then he's all like, "You're out of your mind." And then this is probably your favorite line. He goes,
First of all, this is everybody's favorite line, Dan, but continue. Finish.
"Ain't it cool?"
Yeah, ain't it cool? And it is cool. That's the thing. It's pretty cool.
Oh, dear.
Oh, Travolta. I love this guy.
They fight. The train gets uncoupled. There's fuel. There's a stop train. Plus there's fire. And then Slater goes into kicking ass mode.
About time. Because he changed, Dan. I don't know if you noticed he's changed.
He wasn't a kick-ass guy. Now he's a kick-ass guy.
And now he is. He changed big time.
Slater, kicks his ass. The trains hit each other, and it goes boom. But because these missiles are so sturdy, nothing happens to them. And he retrieves his $20, and he says,
"Hold on, you're gonna skim over the dummy, really? We have to talk about it at least a little bit.
Yeah, talk about the dummy."
So again, great practical effects are happening. So the rocket missile, basically shoots out.
But what happens is the two train, the one moving train collide. And the one non-moving train hit. So the missile, which isn't, doesn't have any.
It's not being fired.
It's not being fired, but it's propelled. Yeah. Because of the strike. Right.
It hits Travolta's dummy. They use a dummy in this scene. It hits him. It blasts through the wall of the train, and then he tumbles out into the wood. Is it wood that they're dragging? I don't know. But the dummy tumbles all the way out. It's great. They obviously did that in one take with multiple cameras. The cut is it's too long because you do see that it's a dummy. I don't remember that as a kid. As a kid, I was never like, well, that's a dummy. But as an adult, when you know it, it's just too long. Just trim it a little bit to make it, it's got to be quicker. I can't see the dummy. That's too much.
Because it hits him right in the center, and so the dummy kind of folds over the missile.
Yeah.
And it's one of those quintessential shots.
That's great.
Like the one about the aliens where the kid in the wheelchair goes off the
oh yeah, Mac and Me.
It's one of those classic shots that's so terrible,
and it's beautiful
that if you watch it, it's just you just look at it and go like, oh my god,
it's just wonderful. It's a real treat to behold. I would recommend finding it on YouTube. I'm sure it's everywhere.
So he finds the burnt $20 bill and he goes, "I win!
I win!" That's good stuff.
Did you win? I don't know that you won.
Oh, he won. All right. He got $20. Now, whose $20 is that? I'm not really sure. I don't know what the source of that was, but, it's good.
Here comes the Ranger. They hug, and then they give each other their names. My name is Riley Hale. My name is Terry Carmichael. And then she's like, "You're under arrest. Wacky, 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 wacky."
They shake hands. What kind of a weird ass ending is that? They shake hands.
Did they really shake hands? I didn't.
Yeah, they shake hands. This is your love interest throughout the movie. You're gonna shake hands? At least Twisters. Everyone got mad at Twisters. They don't kiss at the end of Twisters. I love it personally. But everyone's mad about it. At least they have a scene where they smile and laugh and then walk out together. You're like, okay, they're going to go spend the day together and probably do a lot of kissing. This is they get together, they hug, and then they handshake. Those people aren't having sex. You know what I mean? No. That's not happening. That is platonic from here on out. I don't know what's going on.
See you later. I gotta go be debriefed. Right. She's like, Yeah, I gotta go tell the command what's been going on. Okay,
I gotta go watch the parks, so I'll see you around. I don't know. It's so weird. So weird.
There's some dirt I have to go protect.
Don't step on it. It's beautiful stuff.
Yeah, so this movie, I can see.
Great.
If you sat there, put this movie on in the background of a party, it would be enjoyable.
You'd have fun. Yeah, you'd have a good time. Totally holds up. I wasn't sure it was gonna. This is a good one. I'll watch it. We'll watch again.
Okay, now we talk about something we actually liked this week. In addition, in Tony's case, in addition to this movie,
of course,
I watched all 4 episodes of Marvel Zombies, which is an animated.
I didn't even know that was that.
Yeah,
okay.
They did lots of Marvel zombie comics, like maybe 10 years ago, and then this is kind of an adaptation.
Sure. Okay.
They have all the real Marvel voices, so they have. What's her name doing Yelena?
Really?
They have Richard. They have what's his name, Red Guardian. He's doing that. Everybody's doing the voices.
Wow.
And it's interesting when you watch an animated film because you're like, oh, you're the really good actors. You're not as good actors, So there's a lot of different levels.
Sure.
But pretty entertaining.
Okay.
If you do watch it, be warned. There's a cliffhanger at the end, so they're going to make.
Is there another season coming?
There better be, because
okay.
They do not resolve anything.
I don't love a cliffhanger if it does not ever get resolved. So, that frustrates me a lot.
I'm just warning you. When you go into episode 4, there are no more episodes, and
okay. And you're going to look for them because there should be more. Okay,
yeah,
good to know.
They should have ended it. They sort of ended as a horror thing. And they should have ended it more as a horror thing.
Interesting.
They should have, as opposed to, this is going to get resolved some other day.
Sure. Okay. Good to know.
Tony, why don't you tell something?
Yeah.
Tony actually liked something this week.
I love something this week. It's pretty divisive out there. People are split. I believe... It might be split right down the middle. Hold on, let me get to the Rotten Tomatoes here. Good. 64% audience score, so that's not too bad.
No.
Chad Powers, the new Glenn Powell show on Hulu, is a treat. I've watched both episodes thrice. I love it. Can't wait for the next one.
Does he wear prosthetic makeup while playing football?
100%, yeah. It's awesome.
I don't believe that could be done.
They play into that with the sweat. There's like a scene where I don't want to spoil it. They play into it a little bit.
You don't have to spoil it because no one's going to watch it.
First of all, everyone's watching it. Hey, let me look. Nope, doesn't say how many people reviewed it on Rotten Tomatoes, but I assume it's millions. Okay, so it's funny. It's crazy. I'll tell you that.
Hold on a second. Okay, go back to Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, I'm on it right now.
Scroll down to season 1. It'll be season 1, and you click that, and then you'll be able to see the amount of people that have reviewed it.
I think you're wrong.
I don't think I'm wrong.
Season 1?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100 plus.
100 plus. Tony, 100 plus is not millions. It's 100 plus. And hold on.
Know what the plus entails.
Yes,
there.
The plus means it's under 500 because on Rotten Tomatoes it goes 100, 500, I believe. So between 100 and 500 people have watched and reviewed it on Rotten Tomatoes,
and over half of them have enjoyed it, Dan. So that's pretty good. That is pretty good.
Okay.
Oh, that's good. It's fun. I'm enjoying it a lot.
Yeah, something.
I will say I enjoy it a lot more than my wife enjoys it. So there's that.
What does she say about it?
She thinks it's okay. She's like, I laughed more than when we were watching The Paper. So that's good.
Oh, wait, did we talk about The Paper?
I talked about The Paper last time because I am not enjoying it.
Oh,
I did not like
Drew
it.
Gooden did a whole video on it. He watched the whole thing. Did you watch the whole thing?
We did. Yeah, we finished it this week. Yeah.
And you're at the same level you're at before.
There's so many problems. Just story-wise, there's problems everywhere. I did not find it funny. I don't think anyone is likable. Yeah, it's a whole thing. But I'll find Drew's video. Maybe he'll change my mind. Is he gonna change my mind?
He liked the Hispanic girl or whoever she was, the dark-haired girl.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He thought that she
fine.
was playing an interesting character, a character he had not seen before, and that she was the one that was actually driving some actual comedy, as opposed to most of the rest of the people who were just kind of like whatever.
Well, yeah, I'm right about that part. I'll go watch it. That's interesting. I would love to see it.
See, that's the thing. I think that you and I could come to most things fairly impartially.
Yeah.
So,
I think that's the idea.
That's what you try to do. Okay.
You got to go in as blank slate as possible.
Tony, what season is it?
Spooky season.
It's spooky season. So we should probably be a time that I watch one of those kind of movies that you love.
I love this. I don't know where we're going, but I'm in.
I had a movie that I was going to do last week, but it's gone now because I saw somebody, they were doing a review of this movie, and I watched like 2 minutes of it, and then I was like, okay, we should probably do that just so I could continue my education of the slasher genre.
Love that. Slashers are where it's at.
And what if
we're watching Scream right now, Dan?
Oh, there it is. What have we done? We did the one in outer space.
Jason X. Yeah.
Jason X.
Great.
And we did something else.
I don't remember. You think I remember all the movies we've done? We've done a lot of movies.
So I've seen at least one of these kind of movies.
Okay.
So I was like, well, I haven't seen this one.
Start.
So we're going to watch, I think it's 2003, I think, Freddy versus Jason.
Freddy versus Jason. Saw this in theaters at midnight, as you do in high school.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. You're in for a real treat.
It's one of the greatest ones, right?
It's something, all right. You're going to have a good time with this.
I just saw they just played like this one clip where Freddy gets his arms cut off or ripped off, and then he just grows new arms. He's like, new arms! I'm like, okay, I'm up for that.
No, you're going to love it. Rumors were, if I remember this correctly, if it had done well, they were going to bring Michael Myers into it in the sequel and have a threesome. So not, you know what I mean? A three-way battle, not a, well, you never know.
And I was walking and I was thinking, okay, this one's Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah.
And I was like, which one is Jason? Is he Halloween or is he Friday the 13th? And I still cannot tell you.
Do you want me to spoil it, or you just want to be surprised when you see the movie? Okay.
My brain has no capacity to understand instantaneously which one is which.
I love it. That's great. You're fun. You're funny. I love it.
Jason is the hockey mask.
Jason is the hockey mask. Oh, yeah.
I'm getting better.
But you don't know which movie it's from, which is wild. You don't even know which movie has a hockey mask. It's probably, come on.
See, but they both wear masks, so it doesn't tell you which one's Friday. I mean, I have to assume the hockey mask is the Halloween one.
No. Oh, what was I supposed to answer it? Oh, I'm sorry.
So he said, so the hockey mask is Friday the 13th. So the Captain Kirk mask is Halloween.
Captain Kirk is Halloween. Yeah. Well.
So
yeah. I'm listening.
Why does he wear a hockey mask?
I actually don't know the answer to that.
Why do you not know the answer to that?
I don't think that's ever something they talk about. So
what do you mean they don't talk about it? He wears a freaking hockey mask.
Yeah, I think he probably just finds it. I don't know.
What do you mean
the first movie,
why is he wearing a mask?
The original Friday the 13th is his mom. Is actually Mrs. Voorhees is the killer. So she doesn't do anything. And then the second one, he's wearing a burlap sack.
I guess Voorhees is not Michael Myers. So the hockey mask is Voorhees.
Jason Voorhees wears a hockey mask, but not until part 3, I want to say, because I think part 2 he's in a burlap sack with holes cut out for his eyes. If I'm remembering correctly, it's been a while.
Wait a second.
I'm telling you, man.
Wait, you're telling me that the hockey mask guy doesn't even wear the hockey mask in the first movie?
Well, he's not even the killer in the first movie. The first movie is the mom that is the killer. And then he comes back as a child and pulls someone in the water at the end. I'll have to, you know what? I'll have to do a full rewatch. I have them all on DVD.
Well,
I'll do a full rewatch. I'll let you know.
this just doesn't make any sense.
Of course it doesn't make any sense. You thought it was going to make sense? Nah.
Okay, well,
It's great, though.
That's what we're doing.
We're going to have a good time.
Happy birthday, Todd.
Happy birthday, Todd.
If you like what you see, give us a subscription, give us a like, or leave us a comment. And if you suggest a movie, if we might think about doing it, we might even do it.
Way to be non-committal on that. I think we will do it. Give us all your suggestions, everybody.
Don't say that, because I'll tell that to Shannon, and she'll be like, "You should watch this something movie," and it'll be like some crazy musical that you're gonna want to kill yourself, and I'm gonna enjoy.
Well, maybe we should do it, Dan. You never know. And then we can do Finding Nemo the next week. It'll be great.
See, that's why we're never doing that. That's why that has never
Revenge.
occurred.
No, of course not.
So-
of course not.
We'll be back with Freddy versus Jason next week for the Halloween season.
Ooh, goodbye, everybody.
Spooky.
Hey, watch him!